Hey, my name is Nick from State of Woods Co. and Phantom CNC Dealer. In this video, I'm going to show you how to put together a Phantom CNC dust collector. Now, this is our MC model dust collector, but we have several different options available on our website. So go to phantomcncsystems.com to take a look at all the CNC dust collection units that we have to offer. Don't be surprised if the packaging inside this box has been cut open a little bit, because Phantom actually runs each one of these machines for 30 minutes before it leaves the facility, so they have to get into it to do that. The easiest way to get into this is actually just to take all the metal framing, which is just thin sheet metal, and just rip it apart, cut the box down. That way you don't have to lift this unit out of this box. Now, once you have the unit out of the box, the first thing that you want to do before you touch anything else is go ahead and put the wheels on it while everything is down in this small, compact package. So you're just going to simply roll the entire thing over on its side. Be careful, don't hurt your back because it is pretty heavy. That way you can lay it down and go ahead and attach all your wheels to the bottom. These orange urethane wheels are what goes underneath the actual framework of the dust collector. These little silver chair wheels are what's going to go underneath your barrel where your sawdust is going to be collected. Okay, now that everything is on its wheels, we can go ahead and remove the bracing and the bolts that holds on this actual dust collector unit, and remove that and raise it from the lower setting all the way up to the top. They bolt these down to this frame during shipping just to make sure that everything is nice and compact and in a small package, so it saves on shipping costs. So now that we have everything unbolted from the bottom frame, we need to raise this canister up and put it right on top here. This is a two-person lift, so just have an additional person there to help you lift it up. All right, you ready? Mm-hmm. All right. There we go, just like that. Once you have it up in the air, you want to go ahead and just temporarily put some of these bolts back into its places on here so that it's actually supported from the frame and everybody is safe. All right, now that it's secure, you can go ahead and remove the drum. You're going to find the drum. You're going to find some piping down in here, which we'll get to in a moment. And then you're going to find your bag support inside there. So now's the best time to go ahead and flip your barrel over and put your wheels on those. So the next thing we need to do is go ahead and put this cone on the bottom of your dust collector HIPAA filter. And what this is it's going to have little tiny grooves all the way around, almost like keyholes. So you're going to put it in one specific position, and then it's going to twist into place. Just like that. Now we need to attach the air compressor reservoir tank to the unit. This is what's going to allow you to push compressed air through the top of your HIPAA filter in reverse to allow for that clean out of the debris that cakes into your filter. This unit just simply attaches to the front of the dust collector. You'll see a label on there exactly where it needs to go, and all the hardware is already on the dust collector when it's shipped. Now that we've got the tank mounted, all we simply have to do is connect the air lines. You're going to have two of these air lines that comes with your unit. The smaller one is going to go to the reservoir tank. You're simply just going to compress it in, and it's a compressed fitting. This is a quick release fitting, so you just simply press it in, and it's not going to go anywhere. You connect it to the top of the reservoir tank, and then you connect it to the top of the filter housing itself. Now we're going to attach this 2-inch air hose line that comes with your unit. This is going to be for your return after you shoot compressed air through your HIPAA filter. This will allow the sawdust to get sucked back in to your main canister and out to your drum. Now it's time to go ahead and work on the barrel portion of this dust collector. You'll see you have these elongated nuts which allow you to connect the barrel lid to this lifting mechanism. So you just simply put those on there, and we'll tighten all this down here in just a moment, but as long as you can get it to where it holds itself, that'd be just fine. So now we can look at the dust barrel itself. There is a viewing window to see how much sawdust you have in it, but we do have a sensor on these MC units that tells you when your bag is full. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to put the framework down into this barrel, and this is going to allow you to have some separation between the wall of the barrel and the bag itself. And the reason for that is because these units have a negative pressure suction port on the back of these. So what you're going to do is you're going to connect this air hose, an additional air hose that you have to your unit. You'll connect it to the bottom of this barrel. And then the top of that is going to go to the actual barrel lid, and it's going to connect negative pressure so that the bag sort of gets sucked to the edge of the barrel, increases your suction, and it increases the amount of volume that you can have in your bag. Now what we can do is adjust these nuts so that when we push down on the lid with this little mechanism here, it makes a nice tight seal. Once you adjust these the right way, you can lock it in with this lock nut on the bottom. Tighten both of them, and it's nice and tight. That way, when we make this good seal and we latch this, everything is airtight and there's no volume loss on this barrel. Now all we have to do is connect this 4-inch dust hose that comes with the unit on the bottom of the Vortex canister and on the top of the barrel itself by simply just putting these pipe clamps around it. Now what's really cool about a lot of these dust collector units is they have automatic signals that tell you when your barrel is full. So we need to put the sensor into the top of the barrel. We simply just undo the twist tie that's on the cord and then run it down and screw it into the top of the barrel. Now this barrel sensor has a lot of threads on it, and there are 2 little plastic screws on the end. What you're going to do is simply take one off, put it down in your barrel, and tighten it in from below. Now, you can set the height at which this sensor goes off. Obviously, if you have the screws way down, that much of your sensor is going to be below your barrel, and it's going to sense overflow of sawdust earlier. So I like to keep it fairly low so you have as much time and space to fill up that canister as you can get. Now we do have several models of these dust collectors. They come in 110 or 220 outlets. This MC that we put together here is a 220 outlet plug. The on-off switches are mounted to the motor housing itself. You can turn them on and off from right there. Some of our units have the ability to have wireless remotes, and they will come standard on those units. Now once your machine is turned on, you have toggle switches that can control the alarm that's going to sound when your dust collection bin is full. You can turn that on and off. And you also have a toggle switch that is going to control the pneumatic system on top of your air filter. And that's, again, is going to push compressed air through your HEPA filter and help clean that filter more regularly. The last thing to put on your dust collector is the actual mount that you're going to connect to your piping that goes to whatever equipment you want to use. Simply just slides right on the top. It's a nice clean fit. And you've got the ability to have 2 ports available if you want, or it's got this little cover that you can close off if you're only going to use one. Now I hope this video really helped you understand how to put one of these units together and all it's capable of doing. If you want to take a look at all the rest of our dust collection units we have available, check it out at phantomcncsystems.com. And until next time, have fun with your CNC.